Okay, and welcome back to another episode. Not episode, this is video. After a long time. Okay, and today I'm going to read the 13, chapter number 13, and also this is the last chapter of this book. It is the use of spies. Spies. Okay, so Sun Tzu said, rising a host of 100,000 men and marching them great distance entails heavy loss on the people and a drain on the resources of the state. The daily expenditure will amount to 1,000 ounces of silver. There will be commotion at home and abroad, and men will drive down exhausted on the highways. As many as 700,000 families will be impeded in their labor. Hostile armies may face each other for years, striving for the victory which is decided in a single day. This being so, to remain in ignorance of the enemy's condition simply because one grudges the outlay of 100 ounces of silver in honors and emolument is the height of inhumanity. One who acts thus in no leader of men, no present help to his sovereign, no master of victory. Thus, what enables the wise sovereign and the good general to strike and conquer and achieve things beyond the reach of ordinary men is foreknowledge. Now, this foreknowledge cannot be elicited from spirits. It cannot be obtained inductively from experience, nor by any deductive calculation. Knowledge of the enemy's dispositions can only be obtained from other men. Hence, the use of spies, of whom there are five classes. First is local spices. Second, inward spies and converted spies, doomed spies, and surviving spies. First, see the local spies. When these five kind of spy are all at work, none can discover the secret system. This is called divine manipulation of the threads. It is the sovereign's most precious faculty. Having local spies means employing the services of the inhabitants of a district. Next is having inward spies, making use of officials of the enemy. Next, having converted spies, getting hold of the enemy spies and using them for our own purposes. Having doomed spies, doing certain things openly for purposes of this deception and allowing our spies to know of them and report them to the enemy. Next is surviving spies. Finally, are those who bring back news from the enemy's camp. Hence, it is that which one known in the whole army are more intimate relations to be maintained than with spies. None should be more liberally rewarded. In no other business should greater secrecy be preserved. Spies cannot be usefully employed without a certain instinctive sagacity. They cannot be properly managed without benevolence and straightforwardness, without subtle ingenuity of mind, one cannot make certain of truth of their reports. Be subtle, be subtle, and use your spies for every kind of business. If a secret piece of news is divulged by a spy before the time is ripe, he must be put to death together with the men to whom the secret was told, whether the object be to cross an army, to storm a city, or to assassinate an individual. It is always necessary to begin by finding out the names of attendants, attendant, the aides de camp, and the doorkeepers and the sentries of the general in command. Our spies must be commissioned to certain these. The enemy's spies who have come to spy on us must be sought out, tempted with bribes, led away, and comfortably housed. Thus, they will become converted spies and available for our service. It is through the information brought by the converted spy that we are able to acquire and employ local and inward spies. It is owing, owing to his information again that we can cause the doomed spy to carry false tidings, tidings to the enemy. Lastly, it is by the information that the surviving spy can be used on appointed occasions. The end, the aim of spying in all its five varieties is knowledge of the enemy, and this knowledge can only be derived in the first instance from the converted spy. Hence, it is essential that the converted spy be treated with the utmost liberality of old. The rise of the Yin dynasty was due to Aichi, who had served under the Hassia. Likewise, the rise of the Chao dynasty was due to Luya, who had served under the Yin. Hence, it is only the enlightened ruler and the wise general who will use the highest intelligence of the army for purposes of the spying and thereby there achieve great results. Spies are a most important element in water because on them depends on an army's ability to move. Okay, this is all about the chapter number 13, the use of spice. Okay, there are what is the common thing that is there are first there are five types of spice. First is local, first then second is noir, and third is converted, and next is doomed, and lastly is survival. Okay, like local spies are be services are inhabitant of district area like, and inward spies are making official open enemies. They are uh, mixed with the enemies and they work, mm, stay within the enemies and they work for the, okay, work with the enemies means very danger. And next is coveted spies. The coveted spies are used for own purposes. Okay, and next is having doomed spies. Other certain things are openly purpose of deception and allowing spies to know them report an enemy. Means another enemy spies will be come to the in our army. So the doomed spies are doing that. The outer spies will become to so they are notice them and uh, report to the our armies and our general, so that the enemy's spies will be catched. Okay, so next is surviving spies. Finally, are those who bring back news from enemy's camp. These are the surviving spies. Very dangerous. Okay, this is all about the chapter number 13. Use your spies. So this is small book, small little book, and pages are there are there are only 115 pages. That's great book. And there are this is because the art of war book. This is talk all about the stratagem, how to fight, and if the before going to the fight, what have to do, all the things that need in the war time. That's all discussed in this book, because the Sun Tzu, he is a general of the China's. Okay, yeah, Sun Tzu is a general. Okay, I think Sun Tzu's teachings remain relevant readers. We say once ancient times. Okay, Sun Tzu once ancient times. He is a military general, so he knows the stratagems, the use of spies, and a variety of the grounds, everything. Okay, and also this is if you okay, our life like in a battle. So if you relate this book to your real life, also. Okay, tada.